so cold. Doing this based off of a girl's YouTube video. I linked the video down below for you to check out because she puts, like, she has in her video description, she has links and like tutorials for each of these stitches. So, and I decided to start on the, like, quote unquote hardest stitches to do first, and then I'm gonna work my way to easy, because then if I get the hard ones out of the way, I'll feel better. But it's actually it's not actually that hard. The orange pattern, or the pattern for the orange blocks, are the garter stitch. It's 12 orange squares, so 8 of the big squares, which is 14 by 14 centimeters, and then 3 small squares, which is 12 by 14 centimeters. So yeah. And then the yarn that I'm using, like, 2 different brands of yarn. I'm using the Red Heart yarn, and I just found whatever colors were close to the, like, color of the actual, like, the original cardigan. This is the color pumpkin. So this looks so much brighter on camera than it does in person. Okay, it's been like a couple of days since that last clip. I can't even remember what I was on, what color I was on, but I finished all of these squares. These, if you look at the original photo, these black and red squares look nothing like what I crocheted, because it was hard to find a good tutorial on how to do it like crocheted, since the sweater itself is like a knitted sweater. So I just kind of made up my own little pattern to go with it, but I used the, like, tapestry technique to get the black within the red, and, like, this is all made of single crochets, but I hated this. This took a long time, was, like, tedious for no reason. So I think, let's see, how many rows? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So all of these are like 18 rows, and they're all the 14 by 14 yeah, it's 14 by 14 centimeters. And so 18 rows will give you the height of 14 centimeters. I don't know how many chains it is, but yeah, I hated these. This kind of made me want to quit, and while I was doing these, we were going through like a state of emergency where, you know, we didn't have any power, and it was very cold, and so yeah, we were just going through a lot, and I was like crocheting these as I wasn't even in my home. So I just don't have good memories with this right now. My vibe with that is just not good. But that's as close as it's gonna get. I kind of don't like that, you know, it doesn't look like the original, but, you know, it is what it is. So I started on the plain red squares. These were easy, very easy. Actually, like, I think the hardest thing to do is the black and red squares. Like the girl who I'm basing my thing on, she said the hardest one for her was the orange squares, but that wasn't as hard because it was basically just a whole bunch of slip stitches in the back and front row of, you know, your V stitch. So it was very easy. These are easy. It's also single crochet, but instead of you going through that, like going through the stitch, you go through like the front post of the stitch, so it creates like this little V pattern which looks like knit. So yeah, I'm almost done with it. I just have one more square left. I'm doing good, but like literally, there was like a whole week of me just not crocheting because I just couldn't. There was so many other things that I needed to worry about that I just wasn't worried about crocheting. So it's February 22nd. So Morgan's birthday is on the 14th. So we still have a good ways to go. But I think after I'm done with these red squares, I'm kind of like halfway there because I just have, I think it's green, yellow, and the black. So just 3 more squares, and then all I have to do is the trimming and like attach it. So I don't know. People are like, this took me a month to do. I think it takes people a month to do when they don't have anything, like when they have other stuff to do. So like when you work every day. I don't work every day. I have like a part-time job, so I don't work every day. So I literally have the time to sit all day and crochet. Like I did the orange squares in 2 days. The black and red squares I did, you know, it took me like, if I'm counting, maybe three. I did it all within the span of a week, but like really I only worked on it for like 3 days. And then these red squares I finished today. Like I started yesterday but finished today. It really could have took me 24 hours really. So it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I feel like if you are very comfortable with crocheting, this is a pretty easy task. I mean, tedious and kind of annoying, but like it can be done. It's manageable. Versus I think if you're a beginner and not very confident, then yeah, you'll struggle just a little bit. But I feel like once you get used to it, you'll get better. As I feel like if you're a beginner and you try this as like your first big project, you will be an intermediate crocheter by the end of it. Like I feel like I'm an intermediate crocheter already, since I've been crocheting for like 8 years. But wow, that makes me sound really old. But yeah, I don't know. I'll get back to you probably tomorrow when I start on the next squares. It has been like 2 days since I last updated. I'm almost done with the yellow. I have 10. You need 14. So I'm doing 13 like large squares and then the weird looking neck square piece. Well, it's not a square, it's like a weird neck piece. But yeah, I made up a stitch for the yellow part. Why? The stitch for the yellow part, well, from that girl's to like walkthrough of the cardigan, it's supposed to be a double moss stitch, but I couldn't find anyone who like made a crochet version of the double moss stitch. It was all in like knitting videos. The only crochet version of a moss stitch was just the regular moss stitch, and that's gonna be the black squares, and the yellow squares are supposed to be the double moss stitch. So I don't know if that meant that double moss stitch I put 2 stitches in, you know, one of the spaces, but I have no idea. So what I did was I did like the same way a regular moss stitch would do, but I just did half double crochet just to give it like a different look, like a slightly different look than what the regular moss stitch, which is just a single crochet. So yeah, good morning. It's the next day from when I talked to you. I finished all the yellow squares, and you know, this is what the neck piece looks like. I've just started on the black squares, which is the just regular moss stitch, and I kind of hate it. It's hard. Black is a hard color to crochet with, or like to work with, because you can't really see, and I don't know, I can't see anything, and it's kind of harder because the holes are smaller since it's single crochet and not a like a double crochet or anything. So yeah, I just need 10 of them, so I should knock that out today. Maybe, depends if I'm annoyed with it or not. I'm only halfway through this first one and I'm already like, I don't like it. So yeah. But it's alright. It's okay. Hi, it is the last day of February. It's the 28th. Yes, on a Sunday. Happy Sunday. It's like 2, almost 3 o'clock. So yeah, I finished all of the black squares. I made one extra because I wasn't counting, which is fine. So now I'm on the last squares. I'm so excited. So the green ones, you need 14 green squares, so it's 12 large squares and then 2 small ones. So yeah, I have 3 of them already finished, but these are just single crochet patches, like they're just single crochet, so they're super easy and simple. Yeah, I think I need to go to Joann's or any of the craft stores around me and get some more red, because of the fact that red is very prominent in the cardigan, because there are red and black squares and then there's red squares. So I used up a good bit of my red, and I still need to do the collar and the trimming, and so I don't think I'll have enough for that. I have a little bit. Oh, it's all the way over there. But I have a little bit, but not enough for the trimming and stuff. So, but yeah, which I'm not in as much of a hurry to get this done anymore, because for Morgan's birthday, we were going to meet on her birthday, which is the weekend of the 14th, and we were going to watch a movie in her backyard and stuff. But then she switched it because she has a big project due that week. So she didn't want to stress about it, and we didn't want her to stress on her birthday. So we pushed it back, and then Olivia, she has a test that Monday after that next weekend. So we pushed it back to the last weekend in March, which is perfect. It gives me time to... Well, I mean, I would have finished it anyway, probably by next week. So, or at least I would have like some of them pieced together by next week, I think. Since I'm basically on the last squares anyway. So yeah. That's it. That's the update. And then I'll have to figure if I want to give her some more goodies or just keep it with the cardigan. And I mean, by the way, if you want to ever recreate this, for all the yarn that I've bought so far, it was about $35-ish, and so I have to go back and buy some red yarn, so that's going to be about $3. So yeah, it's not too expensive to make. It just depends on where you go to buy your yarn, and you know, I don't know, if there's a sale going on, then you know, hit that up. But yeah, I'm gonna crochet a little bit more, but then I have to edit a video, so I need to edit 2 videos. So yeah, I might stop after I do like 2 or 3 more of these, and then yeah, that's it. That's the update. Okay, bye. Hello. It is March 2nd. It's about 1:30. So yesterday, last night, I finished up all the green squares. So we have 12 big squares and 2 smaller rectangles. So yeah, now I am working on the ribbing, which is like the second. So all I have left is to do like the wrist ribbing, the bottom ribbing, and then the collar, and then the blue button situation, and then it's gonna be crunch time, and time to, you know, assemble it and put it all together. So basically I have all the squares, and it just looks like a whole bunch of squares all over my room. Literally, I have some on my nightstand and some on my desk and a bunch on my bed. So yeah, this is how much red I have left. I thought I didn't have, well, I know I'm gonna have enough to do a good bit of it, but I don't know if I'll have enough to do like all of it plus the collar and stuff. So I'll do all the ribbing and see how much I could get with what I have before I head to the store, because I was gonna go to the store today. I still probably will go to the store today, and get more yarn for other projects, but yes. Hello, it's the same day. It's 4:30 now, so it's been, when did I check in? I don't remember when I checked in, but I finished with the first wrist one. The girl in her video, her dimensions for the wrists were 7 centimeters by 35, but that's like really long. This one is like 26, 20, and I knew 35. I was like, 35 is kind of a lot. Let's see. I'm doing this loose-handed, so this isn't going to be like an exact measurement. It is 26 centimeters long. So I got one done. Working on number 2. And this is how much yarn I have. So as you can tell, I got serious. I didn't get serious. I actually took a nap. I took a nap as I was crocheting. I was like, so yeah, I did. I took a nap, and then I was like, all right, back to work. But this is how much I have left. I don't know. It's still a good bit. It still might give me like, why do I keep looking at the screen? It's still giving me, it still can give me the rest of the trim of the cardigan, I think. So yeah. My hands, I have like noodle arms, so I can't do this. I'm like, oh. So, hello, it is 10:42. I literally had just enough to get all of the ribbing done, so I got the long back one. This is like really long. Like, this is like really long. And then the 2 front panel piece ribbing bottom things, that's okay. And then these are the wrist parts. So yeah, I literally have like, I threw it over there. I shouldn't have threw it over there, but here. Oh, here it is. This is how much I have left. Of course, I'm still gonna have to go and get more yarn because I need to do the collar. So this is not enough to do the collar, but I'll use it to finish it off for that. And yeah, so I'll probably go and get it tomorrow, and that's it. That's the update. I don't know if I'm recording, but I am now in the car. It's, oh, I think I left my phone. Yeah, I left my phone on the charger. It's fine, I don't need it, but, oh, I don't know if this time is right. It says it's 10 o'clock, so, yeah, we're gonna go get gas, because I need that, and then we're gonna go to Joann's and pick up some yarn. I need red yarn, and I need black yarn. So yeah. Hello. It is March 26th. Okay. I just like maybe 2 hours ago. It's 12 o'clock basically. It's 11:58. I just maybe 2 hours ago finished Morgan's gift. When I tell you I waited literally Wednesday, I had how many pieces? I had all the pieces except for the front two panels. Maybe like the first or the second week. No, it was definitely the first week of March, and I hadn't touched it since. So I was like, okay, let's hurry up. It's crunch time. You really have to get this done because tomorrow is when you have to give her the gift. But I forgot to show y'all the finished product. But I'll put the pictures on the screen somewhere. So yeah. Ooh. Oh no. I'm trying to sit you down somewhere because I don't feel like holding you anymore. You're gonna be a little crooked. Of course, it's not 100% perfect because of the fact I wasn't 100% paying attention when I did certain things, or I'm not the best at sewing, so my sew job does not look as good as, because I hand sewed it, you know. I didn't realize I could put it in a sewing machine, but also I never used my sewing machine before, so I didn't want to test that on Morgan.
Please don't be ugly. Please don't be ugly. Please. Please. Oh my god!
So yeah, I think the pictures turned out pretty good, and overall, it turned out very well. It's humongous. It's huge. Like, when I tried it on after I finished to, like, look at button placements and everything, it's huge. I think the template that I went off of, she got her template straight from the source, like the guy who made Harry's cardigan for him. So it's basically the same size that Harry Styles wore at his concert, or yeah. So it's basically a Harry cardigan, like the size that he wore. So it's huge, but it's okay. Morgan's taller than me. So, oh my gosh. Morgan is taller than me, so it should work out better on her than it does me. It swallows me up whole, literally. So, but it actually looks pretty cute. And so, because I am very much a lazy person, I like to work smart, not hard. I just did all of the stitching in black instead of, I think most people did their stitching like using a color that they were stitching to. So you have like a green and then a red square. So people would either use like a red thread to thread that side, or they would use a green square or a green thread to sew that side up. I just used black all the way around because I didn't feel like changing my needle out and switching all that up. So, but yeah, I might, oh my goodness, my girls are, you know, giving me love, but I might not bring the camera. I might bring the camera, but we'll see. We'll probably put in clips of like my cell phone of the gift of Morgan opening her gift and stuff. So, I'm excited. I'm so happy. It's like over there in a big old box full of other, a big old bag full of other stuff. So, I'm so excited to give it to her and see her reaction. I don't know if she remembers that that I was making this for her, because I think it was like December or like early January when we were talking about this, and I haven't brought it up since because I didn't want to. So I don't know if she forgot about it or not. So we'll see. We'll see. And did I mess up a whole bunch of times where I had to unthread everything I did? Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes, I did. I had to do that. So I'm gonna go and yeah. I don't know if this is it for the video. There might be some extra stuff. I don't know. But this was a very long, it wasn't that long, but I just took my time with it. So it was pretty long. So I started in February. It's the end of March. So yeah.